You're listening to The Dangerous Mind of Mark Yoshimoto Nemkov. No excuses, no BS, no pants.
Quit your grinning and drop your linen. We've got a new contender in the booth. You're listening to the Lauten LS-208. And I'm not flying off to the magical lands of hyperbole when I say that this may be my new favorite microphone ever. Welcome back to the Microphone Playboy podcast. How you doing today? I have to say that this microphone is blowing my mind. Now, I want you to really dig in and listen because there's a lot going on here to love. I've been demoing the LS-208 for a week, during which time I've probably cut about 15 commercials on it, and I'm totally in microphone love with the sound I'm getting. It's clear, it's punchy, it's got range and detail, and you're listening to it with no EQ on it. And there's a level of detail that I feel is so important, especially now more than ever, because within that finer detail lives all the expression in your voice that makes you sound human, that makes you sound real, that makes you sound authentic. And I don't have to tell you that AI is coming for your voiceover jobs. And the only thing that's going to keep you going in this business is making sure you sound like a human being. Because while AI voices can do descriptive things in a way that, well, will be acceptable for a certain amount of people, AI voices can't make you cry, they can't make you laugh. They currently lack the emotional capability of really being able to tell a story or, deliver a heartfelt message in a way that, well, should make the listener feel something. So my feeling is, if I want to keep working as long as possible in this hostile working environment, fighting against AI for my livelihood, what I need to create for my clients are recordings that sound detailed, that sound like a human being capable of expressing different types of emotions, and doing so with the fullness and richness of my entire voice range. Because remember, AI voices are pre-recorded voices that have been massaged, reinterpolated, reconfigured, so they're copies of copies of copies. So my gut feeling on this boils down to one simple equation. Detail, clarity, and vibe, plus good performance, equals the kind of product that makes clients believe that the real voice is the only option. Currently, as it stands, I believe this is our Death Star air vent. This is our one way to beat the AI. And that's why I'm really excited about this microphone. And I think the way it's achieving this level of detail is genius because it's built into the design of this mic. Now, the LS-208 is kind of an odd bird mic. It has very low sensitivity, 5 MVPA. Most of the mics you probably use, the sensitivity rating is probably, in the 20s, 30s, possibly 40s, right? I think on a U87, it's 28, right? Fairly sensitive mic. And the thing with sensitive mics is while they are quieter, they pick up, really, really soft signals very well, but they also pick up a lot more room in a lot of occasions. And that's detrimental, even in a booth, because the more sensitive mics that I have, again, this mic is rated at 5, but it's meant to be used. Like you're supposed to eat it. You're supposed to put this thing right up your lips, right on it, basically. That's the way they designed it, with tremendous off-axis rejection. So what the mic does is it creates kind of like a tone cone around you, rejecting more of what's outside of that tone cone. And even when I pump 55 dB of clean gain into this mic, what I'm getting, even though I'm able to work off of the mic a little bit more, like I normally would with a regular condenser, what I'm noticing is that it's rejecting the resonant sound buildup that I normally get in the booth that my other mics pick up. This destructive resonance that just kind of is a byproduct of this small, tiny room that I'm in. The Studio Bricks 1 booth is small. And I normally get like a bit of a resonance around 500 hertz, which doesn't help a lot. And especially it muddies up really that transition from the lows to the low mids. Now, this microphone was designed not necessarily for booth work, not really at all, but to record, again, in lesser treated spaces where bleed is a problem, where echo is a problem, like a bedroom somewhere that's not a booth. My initial interest in this mic really came from my vacation and thinking to myself, you know what? A mic like the LS-208 seems like it was purpose-built for something like recording on vacation in a hotel room or in a closet or, somewhere where you can find a quieter space for a moment and then treat it afterwards and make it sound like it came from a booth. But listen to the sound of this mic. Just listen to the mid-range on this thing. It's, dare I say it, Neumann-esque. I feel like I could do all of the types of different work that I do on this mic. Like character stuff. Tell me more about this microphone.
Yeah, we're gonna play with Crayola Create and Play.
Obviously commercial. Get to Smoothie King today and try the new blueberry, raspberry, or watermelon lemonade smoothies. Promo stuff? Rare Magic with Drew Murray, live at Hotel Cleveland. And think about this detail for just narration. The ocean. It's a living, breathing thing and the most powerful force on the planet. Right? And I think it sounds really good for just conversational stuff. I mean, you've been listening to me just talk into it, but I mean, just like if you have a job where you're playing somebody who's got a situation, right? Hey, Tom, I hate to do this, but I can't make the big game tonight. Can you find someone to buy my ticket? And because it just picks up my low mid so cleanly. I mean, even like when you're doing like a more heartfelt thing. Tom never made it to the big game. Millions of people suffer from leprosy, and when Tom woke up to find his feet had fallen off sometime in the middle of the night, he knew he'd have to sell that ticket. And the punch in the articulation on this, for like authoritative stuff, right? Don't let cyber attacks destroy your business or make your feet fall off in the middle of the night. Because if you haven't noticed, there is a definite uptick in the amount of work there is out there for cybersecurity narration. And you have to have a really punchy tone for that. So what do you think? What do you think of the Lauten LS-208? I am going to do a video review of it after I've spent a few more days working with it and basking in the glory of this microphone. I'm honestly thinking that this may be the last microphone I need to obtain. I'm that serious about this. But I want to know your opinion. What do you think now that you've been listening to me ramble into this thing? And when I do the video review, I will go over the physical things going on with the mic. Like the form factor is really cool. Like an end-address microphone, I just think is really cool to begin with. And very easy to work with because it stays out of your way. And I haven't even touched yet on the switches on this mic. The high and low pass filter switches on this mic that give it a broader range of tonality than just this sound. What you're hearing is the mic with a 50 Hz high pass on it and no low pass on it. But when you start to switch those around and try the different combinations, it's basically like getting a bunch of different mics, which is always a cool thing. Do me a solid and listen to the banger of a song about the LS-208 at the end of this show and write a comment. What do you think? What is your first snapshot judgment, your opinion of what you've just heard? Let me know. All right, until next time, this is Mark Yoshimoto Nemkov, fading to black.
It's the mic that I like. The LS-208 is a freaking delight. It captures my voice like there's no other choice except the Lauten LS-208. So I found a new mic that blew me away. It came in a box just the other day. I wasn't sure what to make of it, it seemed kinda strange. But once I plugged it in, I heard it calling my name. My voice has these resonant peaks that pop out pretty far when I speak. But most mics don't really capture them well. So when I heard the 208, they came out clear as a bell. Whoa, this mic sounds amazing and I want you to know it's the mic that I like. The LS-208 is a freaking delight. It captures my voice like there's no other choice except the Lauten LS-208. The design off-axis rejection of sound keeps it tight in the booth. No muddy, low mid-reflections found. The result is a sound that is bold and quite clear, a visceral tone that embraces your ear. It's the mic, it's the mic, it's the mic that I like. It's the mic, it's the mic, it's the mic that I like. It's the mic, it's the mic, it's the mic that I like. The LS-208 and it's ready to fight. Whoa, this mic sounds amazing and I want you to know. This mic sounds amazing and I want you to know. It's the mic, it's the mic, it's the mic that I like. The LS-208 and it's ready to fight. Whoa, this mic sounds amazing and I want you to know. It's the mic, it's the mic, it's the mic that I like. The LS-208 is a freaking delight. It captures my voice like there's no other choice except the Lauten LS-208. Whoa, the Lauten LS-208. Whoa, the Lauten LS-208. Whoa, the Lauten LS-208.